What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I will be once again talking about Caspa. Now, obviously, after the recent market corrections, basically everything's crashed. Bitcoin went down, Ethereum went down, all coins went down, lots and lots of people got liquidated. Uh, After that, even the prices have not been very stabilizing. They have corrected further down, but I suppose now today at least there's a little bit of a bounce back up. I do not see an extreme price push happening yet though. So I'm a little bit on the fence about that, I suppose, but I do think right now are excellent buying prices. So I myself have been buying, and Caspa is one of those buys. So I've recently increased my size on my spot holdings of Caspa, and I wanted to do a little video to just share that with you, and also share why I'm still doing it, why I'm still positive about Caspa. Because the video I did a few weeks ago, like, fundamentally nothing has changed. Like, Bitcoin hasn't changed, Caspa hasn't changed, Ethereum hasn't changed. They're all still, in my eyes, legitimate buys. And why wouldn't I want to buy those cheaper? All right, I'll just go about this in this next part of the video, and go around that. Also, once again, I want to thank you all. I am almost at 500 subscribers. Massive, massive goal milestone for me personally. So thank you all for that. And if you haven't already, please leave a like and subscribe. Of course, if you like the video or any of the videos that I make for that matter. And let's get into it. All right, so here we are at CoinMarketCap. And obviously, Caspa, like all other crypto, has taken quite a beating. It has corrected. It has somewhat recovered from the massive, massive crash we saw happening, of course. But having said that, I think it's a relatively stable price right now. I think it's, like I said, I think it's currently at a very cheap price, considering uh, how good it is in my eyes, how good the project itself is. Like, a $1.4 billion market cap is, of course, it's tiny, and Caspa is being compared to Bitcoin in the sense that it's also a proof of work chain. You can mine it similar to Bitcoin, only it has a different approach in that mining perspective, where Bitcoin discards its mined blocks. Caspa integrates them into the network, therefore speeding it up, and even during peak times, you have stable and scalable network possibilities. And I've said this in the last video as well, where it broke the speed at which exchanges could handle transactions. So it was actually faster than any existing other network out there. And especially if we need scalability and we need more financial institutions using crypto, I think that is a massive, massive point not to forget. I've not heard that about any other crypto. In fact, the only thing I've heard is like transactions on XRP and other networks being much too expensive compared to traditional banking systems. And traditional banking systems would never adopt a technique which is more expensive, because think about it. If you pay with your ATM card or your debit card or your credit card, you're not going to be paying $3 or $4 or $5 transaction fees. That's a thing of the past. So I think crypto needs to solve that, and I think Caspa is a very, very solid way of approaching that problem. And alongside that, I mean, the fact that it could handle it stably without any sort of trouble on the horizon, other than existing networks needing to possibly adopt Caspa, I suppose. I think that is a very important point. And other than that, like, it had a fair launch. There's not massive whales on the back end. There's not a lot $1 billion of tokens worth are ready for unlocks, considering the circulating supply is basically also the maximum supply. So with that said, like, its tech is absolutely solid. There's no hidden skeletons in the closet either, and I think it's massively undervalued right now. I think it's also been underexposed, because apart from videos that I make and I see a part of on different YouTubers also make, I think it's not being very it's not promoted heavily or something. It's never. It's like I said. It's under, what's the word I'm looking for? It's underexposed, I suppose. There's still not massive interest or adoption for it. And I think the moment that that does happen, I think is where we're going to start to see real growth. And obviously, Caspa is still also massively developing. They're expanding their team. They have roadmaps up on their website. I won't go through that extensively. It's on their website. You can look it up easily. I've looked it up. I think, like I said, I still think Caspa is a very solid project. Like, if you think I'm wrong on that, feel free to post a comment and yeah, tell me how I'm wrong. Tell me how I'm missing something, because I think this is still a solid project. I've bought a little bit more. I think right now any crypto I've bought is at a very good price, because obviously prices have corrected down. But I think for a project like this, I think it's undervalued. And like I said, the proof is in the technology that they have. Yeah, I'm just going to close out on that, because like I said, in my last video, I went into more into detail about Caspa. And like I said, the details haven't changed. The tech hasn't changed. Caspa hasn't changed. As Bitcoin also hasn't changed. But Bitcoin's price is down as well. And why? Because there's possible trade war or whatever. I don't care why it's down right now. I'm just going to be buying more of it. I also buy Bitcoin. I also buy Ethereum. But I think Caspa is a very good part of my portfolio. And I expect very good things about it in the future. And all this short-term panic in the market, I don't think matters in the long term. And I think we're going to see that. And when eventually we do get an altcoin season, I don't like the term altcoin season, because I don't know, it kind of creates this mythical fable where there's magically money going into the markets. I don't see that happening. But what I do think will happen is, as more and more adoption comes into as there's more and more adoption from these bigger companies, from hedge funds, from I don't know, whatever, even from the Trump family, I think money will flow to legitimate projects rather than meme coins, which do absolutely crap nothing. I think legitimate project with good teams, active development, with good tech behind them as well. I think those are going to dictate the next big market push. And that's also why I like projects like SNX, or still like projects like SNX and Aster as well, because the fundamentals are good. The fundamentals are there. And I think if the fundamentals are there, the price will follow. It'll take time, but I have plenty of time. I'm just going to wait it out. In the meantime, I'm just going to be buying more. I'm just going to be buying at cheaper prices, waiting for it to go up. And even another good one is that the community sentiment is almost up on 90%. I mean, talk about fundamentals. That obviously it's going to be a little bit hype driven, but even right now, it's very bullish, even though the market itself isn't. And a 60% discount on the yearly for a project, I think, is solid in the back end. Yeah, to me, it makes sense. To me, it makes sense to buy. But like I said, if you think I'm wrong, please let me know. Other than that, if you like these videos, feel free to leave a comment, ask me a question, whatever. And if you would be able to subscribe and like this video, you would be doing me a massive favor. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure yet, but I think 500 subscribers is a very big milestone for me personally. So I will get back on that once I reach that. All right. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you on the next one.